welcome back to the channel. My name's Colin, and this beautiful thingy right here is going to be my header cart for my John Deere combine, and that's what we're going to build today. So if you have no idea what we're looking at here, this is called running gear. And I believe this would have started out as a wagon. It would have had a box on it for grain and whatever else. I think it was last used as an anhydrous tank carrier, judging by this thing here and these two brackets back here. Also, the big tires on it. Those are pretty wide, kind of like floater tires almost. And it's pretty heavy duty. As you can see, it's been painted a million times. So it looks like we got orange down there, kind of a bluish green, dark green, and like a lighter green, or kind of like a John Deere green on top. So yeah, it's a good one if you can tell. Just from looking at it, a couple things I can tell that's wrong with it. That tire's flat. Yep, so we're gonna have to address that. Oh yeah, and from driving it, the steering up here is locked up. This is supposed to, when you turn your tractor, this hitch will come over and the tires will follow it to make it turn easier and everything else. It's locked up. I don't know where at though. Maybe these joints, maybe the spindles there. I have no idea, but I think once we get some weight on it and pull on it, it'll free itself up. But anyways, first thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna remove these thingies, whatever the heck this is. Get that off there because I don't need that for a header cart. I'm gonna get those off there. And then we are going to take, I think we're gonna take a piece of wood and run it along here like a, I don't know, a 4x6 or something, or 6x4. I don't know. I'm gonna find something. Maybe a 6x6. I don't know. But yeah, let's get these things off here. Let's see how this thing comes off here, if it does. Maybe the battery's charged, that help. Why would it come off so easily? This is how this is gonna go on. Okay, I need another wrench. Oh yeah. I think anhydrous is very corrosive, so this would make sense. There we go. Yeah, look what it did to that thing. Wow. Yeah, there's one piece of junk removed. Alright, now it's time to delete that thing. And let's delete these two things too. Well, there we go. Got all three of those things hacked off there. Well, I was going to deal with this tire next, but I don't know if you can see the valve stem's completely gone, so I'm going to take this off and let the tire shop deal with it because they got the proper tools and everything. But for now, let's get a piece of wood and let's set that up there Then we're gonna get this thing out and get the combine over there fired up and set it on here and see how everything lines up. So I don't know if I'm gonna run it like this, standing up, or down like this, but let's take it over to the combine and let's see how it works best. All fired up, let's go try it. All right, let's try not to wreck anything. Maybe. So all it goes up, so I hope it clears. I took a measurement, it's gonna be really close, but we're gonna find out. It better clear. Nope, it's not. Well. Alright, I'm gonna start with letting some air out of these. These things are hard as a rock. I don't know, we'll start there. We can put more tire or more air in these too, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Let's start there though. Alright, let's try this again, I guess. All the way up. And it's working. Oh, that shield's hitting over there. I guess it's fine. Sure. I really have no idea where this is gonna sit. Let's go look at it. Sure, I guess. This is gonna need deleted. That doesn't work with the sprocket. I need to get rid of that anyways. It'll definitely angle it back far enough when I set it down. Now, if you look, we're gonna be hanging over a good little bit on the road. I guess I could take these off too, but I don't know, it'd be nice if I didn't have to, I guess. I guess let's come forward a little bit further, maybe. Because we're still gonna need room for this to come down so I can back up, because I can't go up any higher. I remember that, so. Yeah, I guess let's go forward a little bit further. All right, I brought it back in the shop here and got that tire fixed now. I messed around with this a little bit more off camera, and I think I figured out where it likes to ride. So we're gonna make bracket here, gonna weld it on, and then 2 lag bolts should be good enough for that. So I'm making those right now, and then we're gonna weld them on. Sure, good enough. Those welds are, yeah, okay-ish, but they're solid. These ones back here, I shouldn't even show these on camera. Absolute garbage. Little 110 didn't have enough to do it, and that's like my second time using the 220, so I'm not used to it yet, but I'll get better eventually. All right, I'm gonna clean up my mess here, and then let's go test this thing. All right, we got it running. I'm gonna set that head up there real quick so I can have both hands, and yeah, I'll be right back with you once I get it up there. So the problem we're having is it's not angling it back far enough to get it back on, so it's stuck here, of course. I had to delete that safety shield and the one on the other side. I might have to raise that up, I don't know yet. It's kind of sketchy. That's what it is, really sketchy. I don't know, I'm gonna play around with it some more and I don't know. Well guys, it's a couple of days later and I'm back on this project. And as you see, we pulled it forward a little bit and it still does not steer. So we've been soaking these. It's definitely the spindles. I watched that move or wiggle, like the little bit of play that's in those arms there. That's not the problem. It's the spindles on both sides, I believe. So that's going to be fun. And on the head cart, it is sitting on there how I want it to. I wanted it to be sitting on that skid plate there on both sides, which is good. It's just, I don't think it's hitting this cross member. Nope. So that's good. It's pretty solid, really. But one problem is it is too high for the combine to pick it back up. It needs to be angled back farther. So that's what I got to do. Since that's permanent, I'm just going to put a 2x4 on top of there. And that should be good enough for that. But I can't get it off here now, so I'm going to have to fire up the tall handler because the skid loader won't lift this thing. And then we'll lift this off of here and try again, I guess. So let's go get that telehandler. Finally, I think I got it. Now I gotta try to get it back off and make sure that's good. And if I can get it off, then we're good to go. There we go. I was able to get it off there super easily. So yes, finally, I think we got it. I'm gonna play around with it, try to get it back on there and just try to get used to it, I guess. But yes, I think we finally got it. All right, here we go. Let's try this. Still getting used to it. It's a lot different than picking it up from on the ground. Back up. Just that easy. I don't know if I talked about this, but I added 2x4s up there so it leans back a little bit farther. And that was the ticket that helped a lot. Now let's set it back up there. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to back this thing up and we're going to take the head off it. And then I'm going to weld a piece of metal on an angle right here to hold this thing in so it can't slide back off on both sides. So let's fire up the combine and the 8N. We'll back this up and pop the head off real quick. right, there we go. Let's go test it. Well, there we go. Perfect there. And back here, perfect as well. It's exactly how I wanted that to go. And we're sitting on the boards just how I wanted it to. Perfect. Yep, perfect. All right, let's hit these things here. I'll take it for a little drive and try to get these things to free up better. All right, let's go for a little drive. Trying to loosen it up. Well guys, I got it pretty loose, and that is going to wrap up this project for now. Eventually I will put a 2x4 all the way across there, so we have equal pressure all the way across the cutter bar. And I think I'm going to take like a ratchet strap or something, weld it there, and maybe something up here, maybe go all the way across. I'm not really sure. I like to do that on the front and the back so this thing can't go anywhere. I mean, it's pretty sturdy, but I don't want to chance it, you know. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.